is aimed towards speaking about the Tipica Steelpan Academy. This will be the launching of it. Is more or less a joint venture between Tipica, which is the band behind the school that the students would have practiced in for Panorama, and the school. Yeah. So the reason we started this is because we noticed there was a lot of youth in the area that seemed to be interested in music, but weren't really doing anything towards the goal of a musician, a lack of young musicians. So we decided we'll launch this academy in order to try and build the musicianship within the community, within the school, try to build a name for the school itself as musicians, as well as the academy, have a steady flow of musicians in and out of the community. So that's the reason we decided to start, right? Hold on. So the vision we have for this community is that at the end of this community, people could look back at the members and be like, yeah, that academy did a real good job. The members would be able to read and understand music scores comfortably. They'll be able to understand music theory to a very high degree. They'll have the ability to play multiple steel pans efficiently. Not just one, not just two, multiple, because there are many steel pans. And even though it's easy to start playing steel pan, the skill ceiling is very high. So we'd like to have each and every one of them being able to play multiple steel pans to a very high level. And we're trying to better the memory and information retention within the students as well as their discipline. Because through working with them, I noticed there are a lot of problems, and the problems mainly stem from discipline within the students. To accomplish this, I've devised a curriculum. It contains 4 main sections, right? Those are steel pan technique, music theory, individual and group performance, as well as ear training. Right? As they go further, they might end up in a classical scene. They might end up in a band that don't really do by ear performances, and you'll have to be able to read the music. If you can't read music, you'll be buying yourself from that community within music. And that's a very rampant community within Trinidad as well. So once they learn that, I feel like they'll open up a lot more doors within Trinidad music-wise. Moving past music theory, we have individual and group performance. Now, within the academy, it will not only be just learning how to play and learning how to read and so on and so forth. We'll also be having little performances throughout, so they could see their progress and we could showcase the students and so on and so forth. Showcase the ability of the students within the school, show the parents how, they're progressing as well. Classes will always be ending at 6 p.m. I'll try my best not to go any later than 6 p.m. We'll always be starting at 2:30 and always be ending at 6 p.m. Now, for the first 4 weeks, seeing that we only have one song, if need be, the children will be allowed to leave after 5:30, or the parents can come and pick them up after 5:30. Within the program, I have parents showcase at week 9 from 5:30 to 6 and week 12 from 5:30 to 6. This will just be to show the parents the progress within the students, how they're learning, how they're progressing, how the songs seem to be coming together, and how we interact as a band. So yeah, and the only other thing is that there will be a fee of $250 per month. This will be geared towards tutelage, materials, and upkeep of the facilities, because we do have a bar, but we know kids will want snacks and so on, and as to not encourage them to leave the yard every now and then, we'll want to have snacks and so on for them within the bar, so they won't have to leave the yard. Now, one of the concerns of the parents last meeting was the kids walking around and so on, because we know these days crime and so on is very rampant. We do have a rule that has been in place since Panorama. The kids are not allowed to leave unless they leave with a tutor. Now, a kid will come and ask the tutor, sir, I want to go to the shop, sir, this is that, the other. And then the tutor will then ask all the other students if they would like to go as well. So one tutor, when everyone is rounded up, will take the students to the desired place, and one tutor will stay back to watch the students that are still in the barnyard.